Hey, how you doing?
I'm good. How are you guys?
We're good. We're good. We're chilling. We're at studio right now.
Yeah.
Oh, perfect. What are you guys recording? Can you tell me?
This is just a new song.
New song, innit? New song. Obviously, we're in the car right now, innit? But like, we're at studio.
Yeah. Well, when it's done, make sure you send it over to DKX so we can get
in fact, we're in a session with the same producer who made Don't Rush right now.
Oh, perfect.
Yeah.
I'm sure it's gonna make magic. We'll wait on it. We'll wait patiently for it. So if you guys don't know, I'm Andria. I'm with WDKX. This is Couch Talk since we're all locked up in the house. We're doing our show since we can't be there with you guys. How was quarantine life treating you guys?
It's kind of eased down a bit in the UK now, isn't it? Yeah. Like, it's kind of eased down a bit. Like, it's not fully done. I think like there's gonna be a lot more eased off on the 4th of July. I think it's the 4th of July in the UK, innit? But right now, some of the stuff has been like relaxed a bit. Like, it's not all the way gone yet, but like
a lot of stores have been open.
Like shops and like even like shopping centers and things like shopping malls and that, they've been open back up and things like that, like Selfridges and so forth, innit? So like it's like at the start of it, it was a bit like, wow, what's going on? But then after a while, it got to the stage where it's like, you know what? I kind of enjoy the time where I'm like kind of like I'm just free in it. Like I ain't got nothing to do. I can just chill with my family. Do you know what I mean? Just enjoy that side of life, innit? Then obviously towards the end of it, started getting a bit like, yo, I need to get back out. I need to get back out, right? What's going on?
That's all.
You know what I'm saying? Like, what is going on? But obviously, we only got a few more days to wait, like till 4th of July. Then we're back, kind of basically back to normal, innit, kind of thing.
So do people have to wear masks out in public too? Or?
Yeah. It's not compulsory. It's not compulsory. But like, let's say you're getting like a cab or like maybe you're on the bus, like the bus driver could ask you like, to put on your mask in it and things like that, innit. But it's not compulsory.
Oh, okay. Yeah, because people have to sit here about wearing masks because it's required here.
In America, you have to wear it all the time.
Yeah, it's when you're in public. If you're around other people, they businesses can turn you away if you don't have your mask on and stuff like that. But
really?
Yeah, our stores still aren't open. Like, you can go to restaurants, but only on the patio. You still have to keep 6 feet from people. Like, it's crazy.
Wow.
That's
6 feet. 6 feet. That's a distance, you know. That's a distance.
It is a distance.
Yo.
It's crazy.
Yo,
so I'm surprised, but then everything's kind of like calmed back down in the UK, so you're still able to have a life during summertime.
Yeah. Hopefully, man. Hopefully.
I'm so jealous. And you guys are based in Nottingham, right?
Yeah, we're from Nottingham.
Yeah, that's where we're from.
But we're in London right now. We're in London right now.
Oh, dope. See, I was supposed to be in London this summer. I could have ran up into you guys.
Oh, sweet.
I'm trying to go to Carnival this summer.
Oh, wait. You was going to do a London Carnival?
Yeah.
Oh, man. That would have been lit.
That's all I'm looking forward to. So next year, when everything
next
open,
year.
Y'all got me?
Next year.
I'm going to need some place to stay.
No, next year, we're going to turn out differently. Next year's going to be a mad one. Next year will be proper.
Awesome, yeah, because I'm trying to see y'all perform live. I'm trying to be just out there chilling, because
a
lot of people, at least in the States, especially within Rochester, don't know how crazy the music scene is in the UK, you know?
Yeah.
And so that's why I'm so excited to see you guys really like popping off, because a lot of people don't know about
No, thank you.
Yeah,
people don't like understand that there's like an actual scene in the UK now. There's actual, like, it's growing, in it, like it's becoming an actual thing, in it. Like, there's actual rappers and from different places, and they've actually got their own profile. They've got their own status. Like, everyone's actually doing this. It's a real wave going on right now in the UK. There's a real wave going on, in it. And I feel like we can see it in America with like the New York drill sound is kind of booming off right now. Like, that's originated from the UK. Do you know what I mean? Like, that's a UK sound that's came over to America and it's kind of influencing what's going on in it. So the UK influence is proper strong right now. Proper strong.
I love that. I do want to know your perspective on maybe why, or I don't know. Yeah, I guess why UK artists have not been well received in the States. Like, what do you think that is?
Maybe I would say one of the reasons, probably, I think the UK scene is not really broadcasted that well in the US. I think that's what it is. I think,
Yeah.
As far as the UK, like, we see everything US in it. Like we just see it in it. Like it's just right there in our face in it. That's one reason why they, you know what I mean. But as far as the UK to the US, I don't think it's really broadcasted well.
Yeah.
And I think majority of the rappers they think we have is like, even one time I think I seen, what's her name again? The black girl, I think her name Banks or something. What's her name again?
Banks.
Azalea?
Yeah. Azalea Banks. One time, I think she was like doing a rant on Twitter, and she said like UK rappers like we use like big words and all of them things there. Like I don't know, innit? I don't know if the US think like we just use like bare dictionary words and all of them things like that, like that. Like just, you know what I mean?
It's the accents. That sounds so
yeah. I think it's like from, I think it's probably from the attempts of the past, like crossover attempts from the past have left like a sort of like a stigma, or like sort of like taste in the mouth of like US or of the US audience of how UK music is, isn't it? Because it's easy for US people to take in like an artist like Adele or like a Ed Sheeran or Lewis Capaldi, but like they find it a bit more tougher to take in like a rapper, do you know what I mean? But it's like, I feel like with what's going on now, I feel like it's definitely starting to change, innit? I feel it's definitely starting to change. I feel like as the UK is more growing and becoming more of its own thing, like we don't, like even though we see what's going on in America, we don't care about what's going on in America because we've got our own thing going on here, like it's booming here, like everything here is booming as well, innit? So it's like, the more and more we're making music for the UK and for, like that we genuinely just like and that survive, like at some point there's gonna be some songs that like the US gonna be like, you know what, I can't lie, this one's a banger as well. I can't, Jamie, they're gonna have to at some point hear it and say, yo, I can't lie, I'll be honest, this one's a good song. Jamie, like Jamie, so I feel like it's just that we're just in that era right now, innit, where like everything's just gonna start like crossing over. Everyone's gonna start like realizing that the UK is where it's at as well, man.
Yeah, I love that. It's about time because, you know,
no, for real.
You hear artists just as yourselves. It's like you have such a strong catalog already, but it's like, damn, like what is taking people so long to get it? So there's like, it's like a tipping point now that there's more, you know, emphasis on UK artists, and just it's a global thing. Music's global, hip hop's global. It's time that people start paying attention to that. But in terms of the two of you, how did you guys meet? Because are you guys from the same town, or how did you link?
We met through a mutual friend. The first time we actually met was at a party. Like first time we actually met like physically was at a party, innit? But like we met through a mutual friend because I'm originally from London, but I moved to Nottingham when I was probably like the age of like, what was it, like 11, 12, like when I was like 11, 12, innit? That's when I moved to Nottingham, innit? So in my secondary school, which is like high school for you guys, in my high school I had a friend that was my best friend, but it was also T's friend outside of school because T didn't go to my same school, innit? So because we both had a mutual friend, I knew about T already before I actually met him, and vice versa, innit? So when we actually met each other, we was already like, we already knew who each other was. It was already like, you know what I mean? Like, just like, bro, you know what I mean? And then our friendship just blossomed from there, and then became what we are today.
So the friend that introduced you, do you guys feel like forever and always you gotta always give him props or always like bring him with you?
We shout him out every single time. We shout him out.
Don't forget.
So it's him, innit? Now when you actually think about it, it's actually him, innit? He's one that brought us together, really and truly. When you think about it still,
That's so dope. I love that. And to see your growth, you guys pretty much grew up together then.
Yeah, literally,
like, amazing turn in your career. What was the feeling that you had when you saw Don't Rush became like a viral like challenge? What was your first thought that went through your head?
No, crazy, man. It was crazy. No, it was crazy. When we first saw the first ever video, because we seen like the first ever video, like the first ever like challenge that got done. It got done by a group of friends, like they're from like Hull, that's a city in the UK. They're from like Hull University. They posted it. Me and T seen it. We even sent it to each other like, yo, this video is sick. Like then literally the day after, like we woke up the day after, that same video was on like bare likes, bare retweets. Like I was just seeing it everywhere on my timeline. I was thinking like, whoa, like we felt like we felt like because like this is sick because you know, cause we just recently dropped a project. So like this happening from like a song that's come like from one of the songs from the project was just like, this is sick. But then a couple days after, it just we just seen another video and another video and another video.
And the thing is, like, there's challenges in the UK that happen all the time, innit? Like, people do a challenge all the time, but like, it doesn't really go like worldwide like that.
Yeah, like, it doesn't go like everywhere.
So like, first time seeing it, it's like, oh yeah, sick, a challenge, cool, but day by day, it just started turning into something else.
Like, when we started seeing videos from South Africa, South America, different places, and we started seeing all of that, that's when we realized, like, yeah, this one's crazy. This is crazy.
Huge. I mean, we even did one. You have to go to our...
Oh, is it? Oh, shit. Yo!
On Twitter, it's 1039 WDKX. I thought it was really good.
No, we need to check it. No, after this, we'll check it. We'll check it. No, we're gonna check it. We're gonna check it.
With like all our DJs, where like, because people here like don't know how to wear their mask properly, so some people like how to wear their mask, like trying to make it like informative.
Oh yeah, that's it. Yeah. But, like, educational as well. Educational.
But like, I struggle with the editing. I struggle with a lot of things.
Don't you think it's so much more like difficult to do than it looks on, like, when you're watching a video, you think like, yeah, easy. But when you're doing it yourself, it's so difficult. Like,
oh my god,
like,
get like everyone a part of it. I was like,
even like the lighting and that, like the lighting could be mad different. And it just
everything,
like
people like throwing things this way and then catching it the wrong way. I'm like, oh my god. All these like thousands of Don't Rush Challenge videos, which one stuck out the most to you? Because I've seen like so many variations. Which one was your favorite?
There's loads. Like, even like probably like 2 days ago, was it yesterday or 2 days ago? Like, we seen like Rev Ron.
I seen Rev Ron. Yeah, Rev Ron is right for his car, like doing all of that.
Obviously, like, they didn't do the actual challenge, but it's just like, it got to that level, innit? It got to that level. I'll probably say the Martin Lawrence one as well.
Yeah, Martin Lawrence.
That one was sick.
Yeah. Christina Milian, that one was nice. Yeah. And there was one where like a guy like transformed into like the guy from Jack Sparrow transformed into Jack Sparrow. Like, it was a normal guy. Pirates of the Caribbean. Like, that one was crazy. That was crazy. Yeah.
So you've had like this entire like crazy success with the viral video, and then I saw that you guys did a remix that came out to the song. What made you want to do a remix with the baby at this time?
Do you know what it is? We felt like, because the tune was growing so much like worldwide, and like it was taking like it was just growing legs on its own, like it was just doing what it was doing on its own. We felt like it just made sense, innit? Like, it just made sense, like building that, even helping building that bridge even further in it, making that connection even further in it, and just showing that, yeah, cool, like we're acknowledging that the song's taking, like, doing what it's doing in it, so it makes sense to do a remix like that. And I felt like the baby was a perfect feature for it, innit?
Yeah, he felt really good for the song, because I didn't even
I was
like, oh shoot, this is a remix. I heard it like on the I was like, oh.
No, it was flexing on it still. It was flexing, like even like the baby done his verse in like a day. He done his verse in a day, like he's like quickly sent it over. Like that, when he done that, we realized like, yeah, like he's a real one, isn't it? Like, he's a real one, like he's definitely a real one. Yeah.
So I mean, you've had the feature with the baby, and you've had features with other artists as well. But are there any other artists that maybe you would like to work with in the future, that maybe as recording new things, that you have someone in mind?
Yeah. I think there's a lot of artists. There's like people that like we hold like highly, like from growing up and things like that we would love to make a song with, innit? Like, and there's people that like we listen to now that we would love to make a song with, like both UK and US, innit? But like US, I think like old school, like probably maybe Busta Rhymes. Yeah, I mean, I think that'd be cool. I think that'd be so cool. Kanye, I think making a song with Kanye would be crazy. Like, making a song with Kanye, like that would be a whole nother type of accomplishment. Like
J. Cole.
Oh, that'd be crazy. Making something jiggy with J. Cole, something jiggy, like, that'd be crazy. That'd be absolutely crazy. And then obviously there's like the more new school, like Lil Baby, Gunna, like that'd be hard. Like, that's something just tough. Do you know what I mean? Even 42 Doug, like, I feel like that whole new wave, innit? I feel like we could make something that just blends both like cultures nicely, if that makes sense, innit?
Yeah, for sure. Yeah. Well, manifest it. I feel it coming. You know, all the artists.
No, God willing.
So in terms of your album that came, this is your debut studio album, right?
Yeah, our debut project, first ever body of work ever.
Guys, how was that?
Oh no,
that was sick.
That was sick. Like, because it was a long time coming type of thing, innit? It was a long time coming. Like, it was like we've been signed since 2016.
Yeah.
So we've
nearly 3 to 4 years.
3 to 4 years. I mean, like,
nobody at work.
And we've been dropping bare singles. We've been dropping singles that's like actually impacted the culture. They've been like actual songs that like people have actually taken in, and actually been an actual song that's like whenever you're going out, you're hearing the song, innit? Like, we dropped a lot of big songs in the UK. So that I feel like people had been waiting for a project, but we just felt like starting this year was the right time to drop it. And the way everything's panned out, it's kind of worked out in our favor because it has kind of proven that it was the right time type of thing, innit? Yeah.
That's awesome. So, you know, many of us here, we weren't familiar with your music before Don't Rush.
Yeah.
I'm grateful we found you now, but for someone that might be like a new fan of yours, what song would you, like each of you, would you recommend people starting off with before they really get into your whole what's the one song you'd be like, you know, they should start with this and then discover a lot from that?
I'd say for me, I'd say En Route.
Okay.
En Route, Young T and Bugsey, En Route. Start with that. Listen to that. Take that in. Do you know what I mean? Buying some headphones on, cool out, chill out. Probably like eat a little sea bass and rice. Do you know what I mean? Take that in.
Yeah. What about you? What would you say?
I'll probably say our single Strike a Pose. I'll probably say Strike a Pose. I say that because it's just a big hit, innit? Like, it's a big hit song just to draw you in, and then once you're drawn in, you know what I mean? You can go all the way back. Yeah.
It's funny, that's the first song I discovered you guys by, because when I was traveling in the UK a year or so ago, and I was in the bar, I was like, what is this? This is great.
That's sick. That's amazing.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
No, I'm really happy with you guys like growing and coming over to the States, and hopefully we'll get to perform soon. I mean, how's that?
100%.
Like, I feel like your careers are like taking off right now, and then it's like a pandemic.
Yeah, like you can't get out. But you know what? It hasn't actually been like as frustrating as it might seem. Like, I feel like people feel like it might be like, like super frustrating, but like we actually, because what it is, like we've been given like a mega blessing, innit? So it's like we can't even be frustrated or even be annoyed or any kind of, do you know what I mean? Cause what's happening right now is crazy in itself, innit? Do you know what I mean? Like, it's something like you'd wish for, innit? So it's like all the other bits like that might not be as positive or as good. Like, you just take it on, innit? Do you know what I mean? You don't like look into it too much. You know what I'm saying, innit? I feel like we just know once this lockdown's over and we can go back out, it's gonna be crazy. It's gonna be absolutely crazy. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? It's gonna be everywhere.
Perfect. So I mean, I'm holding y'all to it. Like, y'all think I'm playing, but I'm coming to London.
I know you're on it. I know you're definitely coming. I can tell.
That's what's up. So you guys are already, like, you're literally in the studio right now. So what's next for you guys? I mean, you released an album, you have this crazy viral song right now, but like what should we look for you guys? Yeah, no, next. We just got more hits.
Music, we got more music, man. More music, more great songs, man. More great songs coming. Like, we wanna drop a project. We wanna drop another project either end of this year, start of next year, innit? Like, give you another fresh leaf of Young T and Bugsey, innit? After this whole chapter that's happened, innit? I feel like people see what's next. People wanna hear that. You wanna see like how we take our lane, innit? Cause I feel like we're kind of in a lane of our own, innit? Like, there's no one else that's in this lane, this pocket that we're in, innit? So like we can take it whatever direction we want to take it in. So I feel like people in Treaton want to hear that, innit? So I feel like.
Curious. What do you guys consider yourself? Because I know, like, as a creative, as an artist, you don't really like to be boxed in, but your sound is so like fluid. Like, I feel like it has like Afro beats, hip hop, like R&B.
Yeah.
What would you call your sound?
I think
like we honestly just call ourselves UK rap. Like, honestly, like we honestly call ourselves UK rap. Even though everything you said is correct, everything, like that word fluid, that's a nice key word that you use. That's an amazing word. Cause no, it's true. Cause it's like there's so much things that's just going on, but it's all just going in together. Like, it's fluid. Like, it's all just like mixing in together, but it makes sense. Does that make sense? And I feel like it's because of who we are as like individuals as well, innit? And when we come together, that's what it makes, innit? You get what I mean? Cause T Jamaican, I'm Nigerian, but we're both. Hey, yo.
My family's from Jamaican too. They're from St. Catharines.
Oh, is it? Oh, okay. It's a link.
It's a link.
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off. Wait, where's your family from? I'm sorry.
Me, I'm Nigerian, innit? I'm Nigerian, but we're both UK boys, innit? So it's like all of that mixed into one pot. It makes what Young T and Bugsey is, innit? But we'll still class ourselves with UK rap, but we take pride in where we're from and what we're pushing, innit? You know what I mean? So like we're pushing that envelope of UK rap, innit? So that's what we are.
That's what's up, y'all. I don't want to take up too much of your time because I know you're making magic right now, so I'm gonna let y'all get into it. But I just want to say thank you so much for your time. I can't wait.
Oh, thank you.
This song y'all are working on. Feel free to put me in the song. It's Andria. I'm not holding you to nothing, but
hey.
But I appreciate y'all both so much, and we'll see you soon.
No, 100%.
Thank you for having us as well.
Yeah, thank you. Hopefully, when you come to the UK next year,
we can link up.
Link up.
You already know. Don't be surprised when I'm like knocking at your door. I'm like, oh hey y'all, remember me?
No, 100%. We'll link up Carnival next year. We'll link up stores. The mad thing, Mazza.
Okay, we got it on video, so.
No. No, thank you. Yeah.
You have a blessed night, and we'll talk to you soon.
See y'all. You too in a bit.
All right. Good night.